Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. This time we have a friendly competition at the gym, Rock Gym, and big shout outs to the route setter of this gym because all of these boulders were insanely cool, and I'm not gonna waste any of your time, so let's get into the boulders. So the first boulder we filmed for this competition is number 17 out of 26 boulders, and the guy you're seeing right now is Fernand, one of the two comp kids, and the other one is Elliot, and we also have Jean-Michel. Jean-Mich, est-ce que tu flashes à 17?
Soft. La compé est facile.
Okay. A very strong climber, but we'll see in a few moments if he finds it soft or not. So as you saw earlier, Fernand couldn't get the flash of this boulder, and now it's up to Elliot to give his first attempt. And the flash attempts actually matter because you get deducted 2 points if you don't get the flash, and then 2 points again if you don't get it on your second attempt, and so on till 5 tries. I personally went for the freak beta, which is going a fat Gaston on the right, and then you can slowly go to the right side until you reach like a comfortable position. But then the head route setter, Benji, told me that there was definitely an easier method of doing this move, and you're about to find out in a few seconds when the comp kids do it. But for me, I got it on my first attempt with this weird beta, but it still worked, so I'm glad I got the flash on this one. Now we have finally Jean-Michel. Of course, he's just making jokes, but you'll see how tricky this first move is because generating from this first sloper is pretty weird, especially because it had zero friction on it. Deuxième try? Ça passe?
Yeah, second try.
Ok, easy. C'est ça! This guy. J'ai ton premier try là, tu peux pas dire c'est ça. I only have his first 2 attempts on this boulder. I know he got it eventually, but it's flashing the boulder that's the hard part of this competition. Because getting it wasn't too hard, but on your first try, it's definitely tricky. Now we have Elliot on the left, Fernand on the right, the two comp kids, and you'll see they have different beta. Elliot was like a press on the left, and Fernand did it a little more dynamically. Either way, both of them could have flashed this boulder if they adjusted a little better on their first try, but then they got it pretty easily on their second, and the ending wasn't too difficult for them. I think it's fun to watch them side to side because they climb differently. Like, you can see they have different styles, but they're both super strong. So now we're on boulder number 18, and this boulder fit me a little more than the other one because you have a good mix of like positioning and using strength and lockoffs, like this move. But this time I was the first one to go, so all of them were watching me, trying to get in some beta information, and I was the one providing the beta. But I definitely cruised through all of these moves. They felt alright. I was pretty confident that I could flash this boulder. I even did like a static version of this move that's supposed to be a pretty big dyno if you're a smaller person. Until I got to this last move. The last hold was definitely worse than I thought. Come on, Andres. It was a heartbreaking fall on my first attempt, but that's part of the boulder. I think the last move was definitely the crux, and it was definitely not over when you're up there. You have to match on that super bad sloper, and when you're not expecting it, you're a little pumped already and you have no chalk. And the thing is, on this gym, there's literally no friction on these holds. So after my first attempt, the two comp kids flashed it, and they figured out the ending pretty easily, which was this drop knee on the right, so I did the same.
Nice!
Yeah. C'est tellement I don't like blaming stuff on my height, but I definitely think the last move was a small box, so probably a harder move for me. But it doesn't really matter since I cheated so many moves on the other boulders that it's only fair. I also have the ending for Jean-Mich, and he did this drop knee even closer, so there was no way I could get it with that beta. Yeah, let's go! Come on! Oh! God damn, we have a massive dyno now. Man, I really struggled with this dyno, but the comp kids really put me in my place. Yeah! And the dyno doesn't look that hard when you're looking at it, but once you place yourself on the starting position, it feels weird to jump on a completely vertical wall. Personally, I felt like I had to push a lot with my legs and a little less with my arms. And at first, you'll see my first attempts are so damn bad. I had no flow, I had no idea how to adjust on my next try, and I was surprised on how easy these two cum kids made it look. So I knew I had to work on my dynos to getting more comfortable on flashing them. But this is a type of dyno that we don't practice much in our gyms. I think our dynos are mostly like arm pushing, so this was a little different than usual. But I feel like I have no excuses since all of these three guys go to my gyms and they still could flash this boulder or get it in their second attempt, like Jean-Mich did here. And I was surprised, man. Like, I didn't think I was that bad at these vertical dynos. But you know what? I'm not gonna take it the bad way. I think it's a good thing that I noticed this, and I'm gonna train it more and try to find these slabs that I can dyno on. So we're back to my tries. Unfortunately, you'll see that I'm not even close to getting this move again. So this is my second try, and I think it was even worse than the first one. I didn't commit, and I didn't pull with anything, neither my legs or my arms. But in this attempt, I figured that maybe just pushing with my legs was better because I could get some height on it, and then go statically into this jug, and basically not even using the second one. So less of a coordination and more of like one simple jump. So those tries took away some points, but at least I know what to work on now. Boulder number 21 started with this sit start, and then you have to mental your way up to start this slab section. I think this is a very well set boulder because you really have to stay calm in order to flash this boulder, because when you're probably doing it in a normal session, it wouldn't feel as hard as when you actually want to flash it. And I would say you need to move very slowly on these type of boulders because you can't go fast on those foot. You can't rush it at all, and then you have like all these weird positions that take a bunch of time, but you have to take that time if you want to flash it. I wasn't sure if I liked this boulder at first. I thought it was super weird and I wasn't comfortable the whole way. Like there wasn't even one position that I wanted to stay on. But I think that's one of the factors of why this boulder is so well set, because it doesn't give you a break. You basically have to move slowly into these positions to really get control. And especially if you don't know the beta, you have to figure it out in the instant. And this one was perfect for it because it wasn't too tricky, but it wasn't easy at all either. So getting a flash on this boulder kind of felt like a nice accomplishment. And now it's slap time! I promise you I'm gonna get a better angle on the next videos. I just wanted to show you the beginning, which was pretty weird, and I got a foot slip there like probably 3 to 4 times. But the crux was the middle section, and then the last section was also weird, but we managed to cheat the ending. Also check out this beta. I crimped the bolt hold with one finger, and I went dynamically into the next volume. That was definitely not the right beta, but it worked for me, and I was gonna try it again because I did not get the scent of this boulder in this attempt. I was super close to sticking it, but then I rushed it a little too much. So I honestly have zero idea on what the right beta is, because even for this move I think it's a little reachy. You probably have to cross your feet before. And then this middle section, that's definitely not the right beta by monoing the bolt hole. But well, you gotta do what you gotta do, and this worked fine for me, and I could finally get a nice position to go statically into this next move. And then when I got to this point, I knew the right beta was probably like heel hooking the right volume that you see, but I was like, maybe I can reach it. It looks reachable. And I just went for it. I didn't feel like doing all that beginning again. So I took my chances and decided to go for the reachy method instead of the heel hook. Like I said, you gotta do what you gotta do. But now I showed the cum kids how to do it, and they got it a few attempts after me. And you can see Elliot on the left side is gonna do the same beta as me, so monoing that thing and just kicking your right foot. But then Fernand on the right is going a little more static and kind of sloping the left hand, which is completely terrible. I don't know how he did it. I tried it and that was just not working for me. But you can see now they're gonna do the same beta as me, but they brought their feet a lot higher than me. And it's still not the intended beta because you're probably supposed to put a right foot or a heel hook, but they did the same as me, just reaching just a little less expanded. Alright, so we're on boulder number 23 now, and this boulder only has slopers with no friction on it. So I didn't think I was gonna get this one, but then when I saw strong people getting it, I had no choice but to try it again.
Non, je pense que j'ai un problème de... je pense qu'il faut que je me fasse...
Retire then.
Je pense qu'il faut que je me fasse craquer par quelque chose.
Ah ouais, là, arrête de niaiser. C'est bien brossé, no excuse. Come on, bruh. Allez. Ah ouais, Jean-Mich. Allez, come on, come on. Allez, man, solide, solide. Allez, vas-y, vas-y, vas-y. Come on. Let's go. Allez, t'es capable. Yeah. Le miracle. Let's go. Oh, il est parti. So as you saw, they start differently than me. They go like with the arête already, and then they just touch and go right next to the next hold. So that was part of the reason why I tried it again, because the right beta by going like super low on it wouldn't work for me. So when they figured that out, I was like, oh, I think it's gonna work for me. So I tried it again after Sam here.
Allez, ça tient.
Ouais, c'est fini.
Allez, allez, mon bon, allez, allez.
Oh, yes, sir. And honestly, I thought I was gonna be third already because the comp kids got the next boulder and I didn't get it. But then Jean-Mich and Sam got this one. So I was like, oh shit, maybe I need to do it also. And as it turns out, this boulder was crucial. So I didn't want to try it again, but when they figured out how to do the beginning, I decided to try it. And it was like necessary for me to place in the podium. So my competitors actually helped me out in this one. So I said earlier that the comp kids got a boulder that I didn't get, and it was this one. It was normally a boulder that would fit me very well. All of these crimps were pretty good, and it's only on the fingers and just some small footholds, but not necessarily tricky, just like strength based. And you've probably been hearing me complain about my finger injuries for a while now, but I could definitely feel it in this boulder. I tried it a few times, and every time I couldn't give it like 100% of my power, and it was also hurting, especially this under type of crimp that was not necessarily good. So I really just couldn't get it with these injuries. And honestly, I kind of knew this already, that going into that comp there was gonna be a lot of crimps because the gym usually sets a lot of crimps. And I was like, okay, I'm prepared for it. Like, if I don't get it, it's fine because I know there's crimps and I know I'm injured, so I'm just not gonna try them again. But when you have a chance of like being on the podium or like winning, it's really annoying to just not try it again, since you know you can do it, but not in the instant because of the injuries. So it's definitely, I was a little down from this boulder, and it was such a sick boulder too, but the fingers could just not take it. Anyways, we have Elliot here giving it all on his flash attempt, and he made a pretty good work on it. It looked pretty easy when he did it, and he actually said he did not want to do that again, so he was proud of flashing that one because it also hurt his fingers just a little. So I also got Fernand's first attempt on this boulder, and I know it's not the best angle, but he kind of just went at it without us, so I could get a small peek of what his flash attempt looked like. And honestly, Fernand can flash V9s pretty easily in our gyms, and he's flashed a couple of V10s, so if you see him struggle here, it's probably because it's kind of hard. But if I'm being honest, he doesn't look like he's struggling that much. He's slapping that thing. Alright, we're on the second to last boulder, number 25. And this boulder, as you can see, is on a super steep angle. I asked the head route setter and he told me it's around 75 degrees. And you can see it's a super power endurance boulder. So I thought Fernand was gonna flash this one and Elliot, but as it turns out, he did struggle on this move on his first attempt. And it's such a disadvantage to go first because when I saw him climb, he gave some beta away and I was more confident in my moves. And it was only fair because we were all alternating between the boulders. One time it was him first, then it was me, then it was Elliot. So honestly, I just went to these moves, I didn't hesitate, and I think I climbed it super well for my style, because this is not necessarily what I'm good at. My endurance is pretty bad, but I move pretty quickly through the moves, and I think Flash was definitely like a step up from my normal level. But if this was in a gym, I don't even know if I would have flashed it. And now we have the endurance goat, Elliot. This is completely his style. He doesn't admit it yet. He's like, my endurance is not that good. But this is like a super Elliot style. He's good at these power endurance moves, and for some reason his endurance just lasts forever. He also went third, so he watched Fernand and me do it. So that was a lot of beta he could like analyze, so he could get a really cool flash of this boulder too.
Allez, come on! allez! Come on! Nice!
Oh, he's sketch!
Nice!
And now we're on Fernand's second attempt, and this beginning he does is so weird, because for me it was like a undercling move, but he does this very shouldery move that probably wouldn't have fit me as much. But that's cool to see like the difference between our styles and what we feel more comfortable doing. So his first attempt was probably like a lack of commitment, because he definitely has the strength to flash this one, and so does Elliot, and so do I. But that's just how it goes. He was first, so he had less chances of flashing it. But anyways, on his second attempt, he got a very easy top and another beta for the matching section. Shit! Now we have number 26, and this is the hardest boulder. So the boulders you saw were probably V8 to V9, but this one is at least V11, and that's confirmed by pretty much all the route setters, because even this first move is around V10 already. It was definitely the first section that was super cruxy, so the first move and the section right after it. And we were also only 3 to try this boulder, so these two comp kids and me. So there was like all the route setters watching us, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they really set this boulder for us, since they knew we were like coming into this competition and they wanted to set a boulder for everybody to have a challenge on. But man, trying this boulder with all of the other boulders in the competition was definitely like a big challenge. So anyways, I'll leave you with our best attempts, and this was the last commentary of this video, so enjoy the clips.
Allez, André. Allez.
Oui, let's go. Allez, commence. Allez, comment? Come on. Oh.
Allez, ouais, solide. Ah oui, hey, il arrive loin. Ah oui. Ah oui. Come on.
Yes.
Oh, that's it. Allez.
Comment tu te sens d'être sur le podium?
Je suis nul, je suis blessé. Les comp kids m'ont battu. Fait que je vais devoir les battre au dead point. Easy. Je me sens supérieur à Gut.
Oh
Je me
shit!
sens vraiment nul. Je vais devoir me rattraper, m'entraîner plus.
Tout le monde se sent nul, puis moi à côté, je suis juste même pas quatrième.
Ça va. On fait tout. Délire top 5. Ça va. Ouais, délire top 5.
T'en pensais?
En première place, avec 1790, on a Marie-Michel.
Bro, elle a plus que toi.
J'ai 2500.
Yeah. Bro, it's capping.
J'ai 2500.
1990 points. On a. Ben oui, il vient tout de suite. Allez, on a André. avec 3232 points, on a Elliot. En première place. Vous l'applaudissez.
Ok.
Hey, yo! Ouais, sûrement le rap pas. Ouais, Fernand, viens faire le
Ouais, viens faire ça puis le décompte.
Attendez, il est mouvement.
Oh! Oh! Allez, Jean-Mich, come on! Oh. Yeah! Let's go!
J'ai gagné quelque chose! Ça prend un arbitre.
Oh, wow!
Malade. So strong.
He's strong, man.
So strong too. Moi j'ai des excuses là.
Tes bras sont 5 fois plus grands, t'inquiète.
Non, je te dis, ça est tout ce qu'il faut que le mien.
Non! Puissance, mec! Fais le décompte, fais un. Oh. Allez, Jean-Mich! Yeah! Bro, we're stronger! Let's go! Non! Comme kid! This dude gotta chill, man. Yo, do a flip. Bro, il va se tuer, man. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait? One arm. Do something. Non.
Ça prend un arbitre encore. Est-ce que vous êtes prêts les deux? Vous êtes en position... Ah, c'est le bas, André.
Tu l'as niqué. Il a fait un peu. Ouais, comme ça.
Non, check ça, il est fucking proche.
Mais moi, je suis plus loin. Je suis plus loin.
Je trouve comme ça, c'est assez fair même, mais en vrai, c'est un peu loin. Mais c'est avec la grosseur de tes bras, mais je sais pas. Avec 2, 3.
Comment c'est que c'est proche là, avec ces énormes bras?
Yo! Il y a une batterie, ce que t'as dit.
J'ai commencé à sentir des clics ici.
Oh, yo! Ok.
Fait que j'ai fait genre, non, fuck that, ça va pas le...